All right, good morning, everybody. Good evening. Happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy whatever day it is. Let's have a sip of my coffee. Hope the sound's okay, hope the picture's okay. We're doing this on a massive shoestring budget today, but I wanted to make it look as good as possible. I'm going to look at the comments throughout the video, so chuck them in there. We've got a wireless go from Jay Boston, so I guess that means it's okay. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been a massive sort of 5-6 weeks. It's been going nuts with obviously EXWAY, and that's what we're all here for. It's been 6 weeks of Flex and Wave and just everything to do with these amazing little boards they've brought out. And the pinnacle, or I guess where we've ended up is with this little 30-inch beauty, as I call it. I will say, guys, straight away, if I miss a comment, if you've got a question and you want me to answer it and I miss it, just keep putting it in there until I see it. Because I'm here by myself, so I'm going to be looking over here occasionally at your questions or your comments. Hey, Red Blue, Sweden, Benny's here. Man, so many people here. We've got 117 people watching, which is awesome. I don't want to keep you guys up. I don't want to muck around too long. Get yourself a coffee, get yourself a beer, whatever you need. Excuse me. Russia. Did I see Russia? I think I saw Russia. Awesome. So let's get straight into it. As I said, we are doing a live unbox. We're going to look at these things here behind me. You can see we've got a little bit of a collection going on. Good morning from Melbourne as well. Melbourne in stage 4 lockdown still. So we're going to get straight into the unboxes. So we'll put the EXWAY there. Let's see if this works. Zoom you out a little bit. Ooh, look at that. Can't believe that worked. Which one should we start with? Big or small? You guys tell me in the comments. Big or small? Let's see. Big or small? Which one are we going to open first? Big. Big straight away from Darian. Awesome. All right, big. I'm glad you said big because big is the one that I want to look at first as well. Now, this is my trusty Nespresso pocket knife. And you can see what it is. It's Lycon. So you might remember about a year ago, I unboxed their GR board and their G actually. Let me move the chair out of the way because this is going to take a bit of effort. And since then, I've been talking to the owner almost every day. And right from the beginning, he has had the passion to make an even better board. So the G and the GR was, I guess, an entry into the market. He's brought this out and he's got even more coming. Now, this is called the TRX. Now, the label's upside down. It's not very good marketing, is it? Give me a second. I'll move my coffee because I know it's going to spill. Let's look at the comments. Looking forward to the TRX review. Yeah, can't wait. So a little bit about the board. It's a full carbon fiber, as you may already know if you follow the news. Spear grip tape. And this is different from the grip tape that comes on it. We've got London in the house. Awesome. Let me just get all this out of the way. You can tell this is my first ever live, right? We're a little bit messy, not quite set up properly. Box down the hallway. All right, let's have a look at this beast. Go to my table. Now, full carbon fiber. It's a marine grade carbon. So they've actually done it in a matte. So it's not shiny like a lot of the other carbon fiber finishes, which actually looks really mean. All these comments were coming through. 133 people watching. Newcastle, awesome. Great waves up there. Mark Richards is from there, a famous surfer. I have a couple of MR classic boards, surfboards. EXWAY needs that. Mun's peeling. I don't know what that means. All terrain. Just an Aussie Cuba. Right, here we go. Straight away, boom. Look at this. Full carbon, drop down deck, drop through, dual 800 watt hobby wing motors. So they've gone with the 800 watts. These things deliver amazing performance for 800 watts. Now it's 800 true power. So in other speak, you'd probably be looking around the 16 to 1500 watts, how other people call it. Now this thing has got a hobby wing ESC in it, full carbon fiber I mentioned, double kingpin trucks, and it's all custom built. So I'll just bring you in, not look at my gut. But these trucks have all been made in-house. These have been designed, where are you go? There. These have all been designed by them. So they're not off the shelf, including the deck itself. This has been designed, I've seen the process getting done. Really, really nice. Darian, these are 120s, but they do come with 105s as well. Let me zoom you back out. Now, grab this. Here are the accessories. Really nicely boxed. Now I'm out of breath. Whew, it's hard throwing those things around. Hobby wing remote control with a screen. Really nice labeling on it with what they call water dots. Yeah, the matte finish is awesome. Aspect Lane, I think it is. Yeah, Aspect Luna, sorry. The matte finish is, it's so refreshing to see something different. Let me move this out of the way for a second. Oh, just drop the EXWAY. Spare belt, charger, everything you need. Now, it's a 10S, 12S 3P battery, 12S 3P battery, 40, equivalent to the 40T cell. So it's 4,000 mega amps, whatever the term is. You guys know what I'm talking about. Beast of a board. So this thing is going on, it's on sale right now. I think it's like $999. Check the website. I'll link everything down below in the pre-show stuff. But the most important thing, the thing that really, I guess, excites me about this is the guys who build it, the owner, he rides everything daily, which is really cool. So everything that he makes, he rides, and it's his go-to board. Now, he made this, and this was ready to go probably about 2 months ago. But, yeah, thank you, Sam. That's what I was looking for. He wasn't happy with the top speed, so he went back to hobby wing. Luckily, they must be just down the road because he's there almost every other day. And he had the restrictor removed. So what that means is this won't do 38 kilometers or 40 kilometers or anything like that. It's got 4 speed modes. I'll come over just to the camera so you can see this because this is really cool. So let's see if we've got that in shot. Should focus, hopefully. Okay, so that's low mode there. Where are we? Bit of glare, sorry. Okay. So low mode, medium mode, 31. High mode, 40, 39, 40. Pro mode. Now, where this is different from a lot, most of them just do a faster acceleration for their 4th speed mode, so same top speed. This one has actually had the limiter removed. So you'll see 47, 48, 46. So that's 46 kilometers, obviously without load. That belt drive, that's going to get up to at least 43 with me on it. With someone with someone a lot lighter, it's going to be even quicker. Beautifully made. It can hold up to 200 kilos because it is a solid carbon fiber. Yeah, awesome board. Full review obviously coming on this. We'll do the full first ride. We might even just combine it with a range test because I think it's going to get really good range with those 21700 cells. But yeah, now the grip tape I mentioned, you can see here, the grip tape covers just the battery enclosure. So I'll just show you this. So you can see here, it doesn't go right to the edge. What they've done is, if you don't like that, it comes with a second grip tape So it covers the whole top. So wherever your feet go, it covers everything, which is pretty cool. How heavy is it? That's a great question. 9 kilos at a guess. I've got a baggage thing there, but I don't want to go off camera rummaging through my rubbish drawer looking for it. It's about 9 kilos. It's not much. Beautiful board. So guys, Lycon TRX. Watch out for this coming. We'll do a full review. Now, before we jump into the next big one, let's just pull this away so we don't get confused. This one here arrived last week. Now, this is actually probably more important. This one is more important than all the big boxes. You can probably guess why. I taped it back up for effect. I've already opened it. Now, why is this more important? So we're going to talk about how huge the ATR board is. The what? So we're not going to talk about how huge what's ATR board? Matthew, what's ATR? Anyway, jumping really quickly. So these are the new pads from NobleMan. They've reached out, asked if I'd like to try their products. How huge the all-terrain. Oh, we're getting to that, don't worry. We're talking about this one here? We're getting to that, don't worry. Yeah, it's a beast. That one there is the Transite Cross Country. We'll talk about that very shortly. Protection, really quickly, guys, from NobleMan Tech. This stuff is designed to be, I guess, almost like hidden under your clothes. These are the elbow pads. They literally, I put mine on recently. They are so comfortable. You put them on and you can wear them under your shirt. They don't slip around. They come in all different sizes. Super flexible. There's no issues there at all. This is really soft, but it's got this compound that when you hit it, it goes hard to protect you. And I feel like they don't slip off anywhere near as much as the Velcro ones. These feel really nice because obviously you've got that Lycra. So they do elbows, they do knees. And I think you can get a set of 4 at the moment. You can get the elbows and the knee pads at the moment for 69 bucks or something. They're on sale. It's absolutely ridiculous. The knee pads, again, all different sizes. Obviously, I'm not a small person. Who's saying that? Dang, those actually look really nice. They actually are. Super surprised. So in the picture, they didn't look that great in the pictures. So I was a little bit hesitant, but I took a risk. When they arrived, here's the knee ones. The knees are even bigger. And you can wear these under jeans and they don't rub, they don't feel like, you can't actually feel like you're wearing them. They're really, really nice. So NobleMan Tech, again, I'll link it down below. Right. That's the obligatory ambassador plug done with that one. Now, really quickly, I want to talk about this one here. Transite Cross Country. I'm going to put my back out. Lifting this one. This is such a big board. Let's zoom out about that. Now, this thing here has gone through, since I reviewed it, that thing is a monster, yeah. This thing has gone through a massive upgrade since I reviewed it last. So if you saw this, you would have seen I talked about the ESC, and now I'm not a massive fan. It's got a lingy in it, and lingies, I hate lingies, you know that. Cue the Karen, that's disgusting video. We went back to Eduardo, the owner, and every time we rode it, I said, yeah, it's good. It could be better. And his response was, how? Tell me, what can we do? And so I said Hobbywing because I just didn't know. I didn't know what their budget was. And he came back with Visk. So he has put a Flip Sky. Let me just fix that background. There we go. He has put a Flip Sky 4.2 Plus in this. Now, because of that, the upgrades don't just end with the ESC. It's also now got only one charging point, only one on-off switch, and the power on this thing, I can see short circuit in there. 14 kilos. God, I wish, random guy. 19, 20 kilos. It's pretty heavy. Oh, Danny Black, my first ever super chat. Look at that. Thank you, Danny. I'm feeling the love. This is amazing. One charge point, one on-off button now. It's just so much better. But where this thing is just incredible now is this is now a daily rider. It's not a hang on for dear life and go for it. It is just like I took this on a group ride the other night. We went from Darling Harbour over the Harbour Bridge, round Luna Park, and it's just, it carves beautifully now. And even in high mode, you can just throttle it and control it. Whereas before it was a little bit bitey. And that's why I said it was good before the off-road, it needed that bite. But this thing now, you can sit on 40K an hour, hit it, and it still goes up to about 50, 52K an hour. It's so much better. 3.5 grand, I think, for the full pro model, the 10S 9P with the 30Q cells, I think, 27 amp hour battery. It's really, really cool. Highly, if you are looking at all-terrain board, this is whisper quiet, it's hubs. The other upgrade is also done, and you may have seen a video went live last night from Andrew Penman. He's finally found a lighting system that works. Oh, God, what is this? Look at this, Jay Boston, 20 bucks. Mate, you need that cash, you're in lockdown. He's finally found a set of lights that work. Now, these red things here are just the brackets, and they've teamed up with Phaser FPV, I think it's called, in, where are they? In Central Coast. And these lights now, let me just zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. These things are like 4,000 lumens each. And it's the only light brick so far they've been able to find that works on it. And when you stand on it, the board flexes, it actually lifts the lights up to just the perfect level. Perfect light for this board. Very expensive, but you get what you pay for. So have a look at their website. You'll see that they'll be on there very soon because they'll be selling this as a full kit. So the torch, the brackets, the charger, that sort of thing. But as far as this board, no other light I think would work as well as this. We rode for 2 hours the other night on low, and I at no time had trouble seeing. So awesome upgrade, front and rear. Awesome. Right, give me a second. This is a big one. Right, what's next? The other box. Really, Glee, any guesses what this is? If you know, don't say. Any guesses what this is? That's not my address, is it? Nope. Any guesses? Yeah, those wheels are huge. Stephen. Real RS? No, I've got a real RS. Wave? No. By the way, guys, there was a little bit of miscommunication on the Wave prize. It's just a photo of a Wave you win. No, I'm joking. It's a brand new Wave you get. You don't get my Wave. I'm not going to give you my Wave. I love it. EXWAY was so nice. No, I wish it was EXWAY AT. That's coming, though, October, I've been told. You guys will get a brand new Wave. So it's not my Wave. It's brand spanking new, sent to you from EXWAY. And it's hub. I tried really hard for the Riot, but yeah, couldn't get it. Onstra, no. It's a two-wheel drive board. I think I just cut the grip tape, maybe. Nope, luckily. Two-wheel drive board. Dual 2,000 watt motors. Send me for a second. And the comments are going so fast, I can't keep up. Sorry, guys. All right, here we go. I'm going to pull it out straight away, and then we'll get rid of the box. It is. Does that give it away? Ecmobile ET. Planetary gearing. Now, again, let me just check that out of the way. Another really cool shortboard. Sorry, not shortboard. Another really cool all-terrain board option. Let me just quickly look at the comments. Vista, no. Backfire, Wellgo, no. I want to catch my Wave. You'll catch it soon, don't worry. You get your Transite on Tuesday. Awesome, man. You're going to love it. You're going to love it so much. Okay, all right, let's go. Now, this thing here, guys, it's rear-wheel drive. It's not double kingpin, which I am stoked about. It's single kingpin, but those trucks are 16 inches wide. They're CNC machined. They're not forged. Awesome drop down, as you can see there. But here's the big party trick. I'll just zoom that in again, if I can. Planetary gearing. So this thing makes a noise, but that's exactly what it's supposed to do. This thing gets along the road. I've had a planetary gear one before. You might remember I had the Jack Zoom Monster. Terrible board. Terrible board. This thing here, completely different. Much more nimble, better battery, all that sort of drama. Just trying to work out how I can do this. Give me a second. Here we go. Perfect. Now I just want to show you the noise on this thing. really quickly. Now, I love the noise. Just turn this on. Okay, dope tires. Yeah, the tires are actually really nice. They're earless ones, but they're different from all the earless ones I've seen. So I've got earless on my Blackhawk, and they're a bit plasticky. But they're good because they don't hurt the range. These are a little bit softer, and it's not going to worry about the range because it's got a big battery in it. So now listen, I'm just going to give you a spin on this. It's really loud, so I won't go too long. But I'm just going to go close so you can hear it on the microphone. It's you got to remember it's gearing, so it's going to be loud. There's your lights as well. So that was low mode. I'll just go straight to pro. We're not going to spend too much time. Turn the lights on so you can see the lights too. So you can see the back lights flashing here. When you brake, they go solid, which is really nice. And really, really bright front LED lights. Now pro mode. It's going to take off. It's 50 kilometers per hour without load. So it's pretty cool. Now these lights, all these lights come standard. And this is actually pretty light. It's only about 12 kilos. Planetary gearing, really large planetary gears as well. Why does it sound so crunchy? It sounds crunchy because it's metal on metal. That's how they sound. It's gearing. It's planetary gearing with the teeth. It's got one big gear in the middle with 3 planets, I guess you call them, and they're turning. So it's actually metal on metal. That's exactly how they're supposed to sound. The kingpin is what attaches the hanger. Yeah, 31 miles per hour. It's pretty awesome. Let me just tell you this really quickly. I've got my thing ready to rock and roll. Give me 1 second. So yeah, on sale at the moment. It's on sale for $1,179, which is pretty cheap for what you get. Now they've just recently brought out too, and this is something we spoke about with the guys at the company. They've just released 2 different models now. So how big is the battery? I'm getting there. They've now got a range model, and they've got the power edition. So the range has got a 30 amp ESC in it. So it doesn't have quite the same kick, but it'll take you a lot further, about 8 miles, they reckon. And then there's the power ESC, which has got a 50 amp ESC in it, which obviously has more kick, will take you up the hills a lot easier, but it will hurt your range. So when you check out now, you can actually choose which one you want. Me being of slightly bigger size, obviously I went for the power edition. Now the battery, really quickly, I always forget the battery, so I'm going to tell you exactly. It's Samsung battery, 648 watt hours, 12S3P, 48 volts. And I believe it's the 50T cells. Let me second. Where is it? Capacity, 5,000 mAh. I can't find it. I'm pretty sure it's the 50T. Sorry, I looked at this beforehand. Now I can't find it on their website. Anyone know? I'm sure someone will chuck it on there. 50 amp. 2 636X brushless motors. It's got a bigger motor than most too. So there are a few other boards. There are not quite a few. There's a few other planetary gear boards going around. This has got a bigger motor than most of them as far as actual size, which helps with heating as well. So this has got I think it's 63 mil. So this has got the 63 mil size motor. Most of the other ones are only in their 50s, which is really interesting. Anyway, so that is the Ecmobile ET. So obviously expect a full review on this one as well. So we'll be doing the range test. We're doing the full first ride. And we'll also give this one a bit of a special treatment. We'll be doing an off-road ride for this one to see how it handles the dirt and the grass and so on. But again, these trucks are just like everything comes really, really nicely done. Everything's greased. There's grease on every single bolt inside the motors, the light, everything works beautifully. When it's under load, again, I haven't ridden this one, but the last one I had, they sound noisy without load. Why do you like single kingpin better? Oh, no, I don't. I love both. I love double kingpin. I love single. I just love I love single kingpin on all-terrain boards. I just find it a bit more stable, especially if you're going over really rough stuff. The double kingpin can sometimes be a little bit too, not flimsy, but a little bit too, throws you around a little bit. Whereas the single, I find you pick a line and you stick to it. You go over, and the wheels will sort of, I guess, keep you aligned. Whereas the double kingpin can be a little bit wishy-washy sometimes. Any more questions on that? Any questions? Let me just open my app up so I can see your questions here. Lots and lots of questions. Moved to the hilly city in Sweden. The board has taken up Mount Everest. I just saw my car. Couldn't get that from France. Just a nice fallacies. The good and so on. Take advantage is kind of simple. Oh, I missed something there. Thank you, guys. I'm trying to keep up with all your questions. And home. All right. Who won? We haven't done the draw yet. We're about to do it. That's a gorgeous board. Yeah, it's actually really pretty. I think, and you know what? I think it can be prettier with a better grip tape. This is definitely, I think, a candidate for dope grip. So I've just ordered a whole lot of dope grip to come in from over in Europe. This would be, I think, would be really nice with the dope grip on there, or even just peel it back, sand it, and have like a nice, transparent wood look to it. It's a beautiful board. I just think it's just a lot of black. I think it could look really nice with some color on there, just some natural wood, or have something. I don't know. Haven't worked it out yet. All right, where are we at? Let's have a look. All right, how many people entered the giveaway? Okay, yeah, all right. So let's talk about the giveaway. That's what we're all here for, right? Let's get rid of this. All right. EXWAY Wave. Let me just move all the stuff around. I've got lots of stuff going on here. Bear with me, guys and girls. All right. Now, as you can see, I put some new shoes on that one. All right. Flex and Wave, EXWAY. Let me just shoot. The lights are awesome. Also, yep. Are you going to try the new Welgo? Yes, I am going to try the new Welgo. Good answer. Good question, should I say. They have reached out and asked if I would like to try the new Welgo. Of course, I said yes. I'd be silly if I said no, right? How high off the ground is the EXWAY Wave? Looks higher up than the other. No, it's exactly the same as the Flex. They're exactly the same. I think this has quite high tubs, so it gives a bit of a false impression, maybe. Looks tiny after the other two boards. Yeah, you can pick this one up with one hand. It's very, very small. Now, let's talk about these guys really quickly. 200 viewers. Yeah, wow, 190. Wow, thanks, Jay. Vesta Mini belt versus... Okay, I'm going to answer these questions right now because I get these constantly, and I love answering these questions, and I hope you guys, if you've been a subscriber for a while, I answer every single question. If I miss one, it means I've actually missed it, but I answer every single question. So, no, I haven't announced the winner yet, Coda, so we'll get in there. This one over Vesta Mini, it's a completely different board. This shits all over it in technology and comfort. We'll just get that out of the way straight away. Good morning, Mr. Exchange. It's so nice to say good morning to you and not hear Jay say it to you for a change. This shits over most of the mini boards out there. Is from technology, comfort, reliability. This is, as I've said a number of times, this is my all-time favorite board, short board. The reason where Vesta wins is in top speed. So the Vesta flies. It does well over 40 kilometers per hour. EXWAY Wave belt driver is better. Onboard M1 belt is better. Vesta belt driver is maybe third or fourth. Yeah, you're probably about right. I haven't tried the onboard, so I can't comment. Fred Jr.'s in the house now too. Awesome. So this one here, if you look at all the points and you look at, I guess if you look at sort of a chart of pros and cons, I don't need to go over 40k an hour. Can you let everyone know to use code? So I'm sure in some comments there, I got a couple ones come up saying that there could be something I need to mediate. No matter how to do the concave. Yeah, exactly. The concave is beautiful on this board. I don't need to go over 40k on a short board. This will take me at about 37, I think. And it's really comfy. The cloud wheels were good, but I just like to keep it original. I put the orange wheels on. It's really, really nice. Now, the next question I get asked every single day is wave or flex. Now, to me, that's like asking someone if they like beer or wine. It's really, really different. And my response I give every time is I basically say, if you're new to skateboarding, if you're not super confident, you need to start with the flex. If you're happy to have some spills, if you're happy to scratch up the board and then, scratch up your elbows and you've never skated before, go with the wave. If you're a proficient skater, if you've skated old school skateboards, if you've been on e-boards before and you want to have some fun, this one here. If you just want something that's going to fly along and right to the shops or go to work, this one here. It doesn't really matter which one you choose. They're both awesome. This is just more fun because it's got the kicktail, it's got the built-in lights. This has more technology and the removable battery. which once COVID F's off, you'll be able to buy a travel battery and take this on the plane with you. And it literally just pops out so quickly, as you know. So really, really cool. Right. What else do we want to talk about? So we've talked about that. We've talked about that. We've talked about the NobleMan Tech. We've talked about the Ecmobile. Stiff deck. Yeah. Thanks, Anthony. I'm a Kiwi, guys. If you haven't picked it, I'm originally from New Zealand. I've been here for almost 20 years now. And there's one word I cannot say. Well, there's a lot of words I can't say, but the word that always stumps me is deck. And I try so often to get it right on all my videos. And you'll see me, I always take 2, 3, 4 takes. Sometimes I just cut it out altogether because it just sounds so bad. Especially when we're talking about stiff decks or flexi decks. It's just, yeah. 20 years makes me an Aussie. Yeah, well, not according to the government. I still have to pay different things because I'm not an Aussie. 6 in deck. Yeah, 6 is fine. 6, that's fine. That one sort of comes. So guys, let's talk about the competition really quick. We've had 694 people enter, which is really awesome. So happy with that number. When we did the Team G, we only had like 300. I think that shows that people are really interested in this board. Out of the 694, really interesting, 17 got the wrong answer. 17 people got the wrong answer, which is really interesting. I think that and the answers were completely wrong. So I think they just clicked on the link. They didn't watch the video, so they were removed. And the other one too, we didn't have that many duplicates. So there was I only saw 3, but I went through the whole list, every single name, matched up the names with the email addresses, and I only had 3 people try to enter more than once, which is awesome. So I really respect that. It makes me so happy that you guys listened and followed the instructions. In this day and age, we don't need to be greedy. It's just a skateboard. Yes, it's an awesome skateboard, and we'd all love to win it. But I'm so proud. I'm so happy that you guys didn't sort of take the puss, and enter a whole heap of times and just try to hide it and be sneaky with your email addresses. I'm sure 1 or 2 of you have snuck through, but I did my best to make it as fair. But what should we do now? Should we announce the winner, or should we just talk about something else? What do you reckon? Should we announce the winner? I want to see the comments. Let's get some likes. We've got 83 likes. We've got 192 people watching. If you haven't liked it, hit a like on the video. Once that like gets to 100, we're going to do the draw. So we only need to get 17 more. So if you haven't liked it yet, chuck a like on there. I'm just being cheeky. I just want to see the likes go up. Winner, chicken dinner. My God, man, the comments are flying now. Come on, let's get those likes up. I'm just going to do this for a second while you wait. Again, I said we're on a shoestring budget here. I'm actually really surprised nothing's gone wrong so far. I touch wood. I'm surprised no one's buzzed or knocked or something's fallen down. 166 likes. Wow, geez, man, you guys are awesome. Holy moly. All right, so let's do the draw. So how are we going to do this? I'm going to move this out of the way. Move this here. I'm going to drag this across. As again, I said, we are very professional here in Scott Davies' YouTube. Lower that down, get the glare off it. All right, let's turn that on. Now, I have taken all the names, as we mentioned. Oh my God, I've lost my mouse. Who can see my mouse? Can anyone see it? Oh my God, there it is. I got it. Don't worry. Don't worry. We got it. So now, what have we done? We've taken all the names that entered. We've removed all the duplicates. Yeah, Benny, we're getting there. We've removed all the duplicates. We've taken away all the wrong answers, and we've put them into Wheel of Names. So you can see my wheelofnames.com. So we're going to bring that up right now, and I will fix that glare. Don't worry. Now, before we do this, you'll see me here. I'm going to shuffle the names. You might not be able to read that. Let me just fix you off a little bit. Maybe a second. All right, let's do this properly. All right, you might not be able to read it, but we'll do our best, and I'll just say that out loud for you. Right, here we go. All right, guys, are you ready? Good luck, everyone. So we'll do the draw now. The name that comes up is the winner. That person will get an email from me, and I'll need to get their full address. I'll pass it on to EXWAY. And as soon as the EXWAY starts shipping, we will get that board shipped out to you. All right, guys, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Good luck. The wheel is struggling with so many names. Here we go, slowing down. And the winner is Aaron Amaral. I can terrible names. Aaron Amaral. Can you all see that? Let me bring that closer so you can see I'm being legit. Oh, Jesus Christ, I just unplugged it. Did you all see that? Bring it closer. There's the name. Is Aaron in the chat? Is Aaron in here? Yes, no? Congrats, Aaron. Do we have Aaron in the chat? Would be awesome if he's there. He probably isn't. It isn't mandatory that you're a part of this because I know it's a global thing. Well, I'm not going to keep up if he is there. There's so many things flying past. Sorry to everyone who didn't win. yeah. Sorry, guys. You can't change the name to Aaron. So congratulations to Aaron. Aaron is going to get an email from me tomorrow confirming that he has won. He's not in. Let's just do another name. I wish. Guys, all my giveaways will always be the person who wins it. Again, as I said, it is, where's he from, Scott? Check the entry. Oh, that's a bit hard. I don't do that right now. It'll take a sec. Actually, all right, let me check. Who wants to know where he's from? Does everyone know where he's from? It'll take me a second to do it. All right, let's find out really quickly. Let's close that. Let's exit that. Let's turn off share screen so you don't see all my passwords. Second screen. Maybe a second. All right, let's have a look. We'll just turn that off. It's probably easier. Make sure that's off. Yep, good. All right, let's have a look really quickly. Guys, I'm doing all this from my 3-year-old work computer, just so you know. It seems to be doing a pretty good job. And the computer's a long way away from me, so I'm just straining my eyes at the moment. Aaron has triple entries. Yeah. No, there's definitely no triple entries in there. All right, let's have a look. Obviously, guys, I just need to go into my form, open up the Excel document. This won't take long. Very, very interesting, I know, to watch. All right, here we go. All right, let's have a look. First name. I should have had this open, right? All right, there we go. He is from, California. There you go. He is going to love that in California. So the winner is from California. Aaron, big congratulations. Aaron, who works at EXWAY? Yeah, no, definitely not. It was very widely promoted through the EXWAY staff globally. No employees were allowed to enter, so don't worry about that. Aubrey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know we can't win them all. All right, guys. So let's end that one there really quickly. Do you have any questions for me? Anything you want to ask at all about what I do, about the channel? Do you have any nice feedback? If it's not nice, maybe send it to me privately. Are you enjoying the style of videos? Is there something new you want to see? Tell me anything you'd like to know, guys. I'd love to know if I can do something differently to make you guys more engaged or to make the content more valid or relevant for you. Just want to be English. What's the inner distance between the front and back wheels of the Wave? I'll measure that, Richard, and I'll do a post. When is the next giveaway? So we've got a cloud wheel giveaway coming out next, which is pretty cool. So we're going to give away a set of cloud wheels of your choice. That'll actually hold right there. This will be the next video. Well, not the next one. It'll be in about a couple of weeks. The EXWAY Wave with the 105 cloud wheels. This thing is awesome. It still carves pretty good. If you really push it, you will get a little bit of wheel bite. But this takes this from a you need to watch out for cracks. I go on grass now. It's awesome. And the 1500 watt motors really respond nicely to these wheels. So we'll do the video with this, and during this video, we will give away a set of cloud wheels. So we'll announce the competition. We'll do a similar thing. We probably won't do a big live video like this to announce the winner, but we will give away a set of wheels of your choice and pulleys from I Wonder. So that'll be really cool. What's my actual job? So I actually work for Nespresso. So I work for Nespresso Coffee Company. I look after something that's called NCE, so Nestle Continuous Excellence. So I look after innovation, cost efficiencies, new ideas, project management, that sort of thing. I look after Australia and New Zealand. Just so you know, no way you put cloud wheels on the stove. I need to see the video. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, Benny. It rides beautifully. What's the length of the Variel RS? I think it's 38 inches. I'm not going to grab that out. The house is if I go and get more boards, the wife's about to walk in the door and I will get in a lot of trouble. It's about 38. The TRX is 40, just so you know, and it's super wide. So I'm an 11 size foot, and where your feet go, that is very, very wide, which is really nice. Is the Wave more flexible than other shortboards? The Wave is not flexible at all. No flex, which is awesome. I mentioned that in one of my videos. I hate flex on a shortboard. So this deck is like the Boosted Mini. There's no flex at all, including the tail. So you can ride with your foot right on the back there. Who won, Oliver? It's already been. It was Aaron. Someone tell Oliver who won. Coffee giveaway next. Yeah. 100%. No flex in the tail, which is really nice. So when you're going, you can put your foot right on the back there and you're confident. There's no flex, there's no bounce. It doesn't feel like it's going to break, which is really, really nice. Looking forward to the ET review. Yeah, I'm looking forward to ET review as well. I'm just getting messages here, making sure no one is. Okay, and this making sure there's no issues. No, good. Yeah, so that one's there. Great delivery. Yeah, thanks. It's a little bit hard to do this and do that and do everything else. Any other questions? Have I missed any questions? I'm gonna stare at the screen right now. So if I've missed any questions, chuck them on right now. We've still got 100 people watching, which is amazing. If you've got questions, please chuck them in, and we'll look at it right now. Yeah. Listen, who's that? KJ. I like them both for different reasons. Obviously, if I'm going on a group ride, a night ride, I take the longest one I've got with the biggest motors and the biggest range. But for everything else, this one goes everywhere with me. So this is in the car, I go on holiday. I take this to the shops, to the supermarket, everything like that. So this is my everydayer. And then if I'm going, group ride, I take a longboard every single time. There's another question right there. Sorry. Where did I just lose it? Coffee away next. Who won? Sorry, guys. I told you I was going to stare at this. And then I looked away. No, with the 120 cars, it's 40 inches base the motor. Yep. Short deck. Okay, Stoke or Wave? Wave, 100%. Melbourne Eastgate. I mentioned this in the announcing video. This is my favorite shortboard on the market. Stoke is a close second. But as I just mentioned, the Stoke, and I still ride it. I love it. I just don't love the tail. It has a little bit of flex, and that could be because of my weight. I don't know. But the flex in the tail is just a little bit, I don't trust it. And also the range. I can only get 10K with me on it, whereas this has a nice stiff tail, and I can get 18 kilometers going even a little bit faster than I did with the Stoke. That said, the Stoke has off the line, over the first, say, 40 meters, the Stoke will win every time. It's the kick on that thing in the beast in GTR or in custom mode. It has so much power, but this would then overtake it because this has a higher top speed. Right, any other questions? Let me look. So you do a shortboard shootout? Yeah, so we are going to do a shortboard shootout, 100%. That's coming. We actually have a couple of other shortboards coming, which aren't announced in the market yet. So we'll wait till they come. We'll do like probably 4 or 5 boards altogether, which will be really cool. Okay, anything else? Can you share some info on the history of Lycon? They have had a very strong debut this year out with the blue. Yeah, so Lycon board, really quickly, they came out of nowhere about a year and a bit ago. They reached out. They said, we're gonna launch a board. Would you have a look at it? And they actually didn't want me to review it to start with. They just wanted to send me one and see if I liked it, give them a price point, that sort of thing. And the GR arrived, and the GR was really cool. It had a couple of little areas where it could be improved, but overall, it was for $399. I mean, it's an entry level board, and it was pretty nice, and it came beautifully packaged, and from what I've seen, the after sales service is pretty good. I see occasionally there's a comment where they've missed the ball, but that's when I get involved. So if I see a bad comment from anyone, any board that I've reviewed, I'll get involved and I'll actually contact them and say, hey, you've missed this comment, and they generally get onto it pretty quickly. But the whole time they were doing GR, they wanted to do an all-terrain or a high-quality board. It's something in that $1,000 mark. And this one here, the TRX, is something they've been working on, and we've been going back and forth. We've been talking about cells, talking about the motors, talking about the trucks, talking about all that sort of things. And they've taken the feedback on from me and probably 4 or 5 other people and come out with this board, and it is really, really nice. Really, really nice. Dot shortboards versus Wave. Guys, Dot I have ridden once. I'll be very transparent. Dot I've ridden once. I've ridden the shortboard and the transporter, and I hated it. I just did not like it at all. I didn't like the remote. I didn't like the fact that it's uncensored. You have to kick push. Very underwhelming in power. But the thing I didn't like the most, unfortunately, was just the price. I think the theory is good. They've got a really good idea there with the board and what they're trying to do. And I understand they've got the bones, they've got the history, coming from Globe skateboards. But that just stick with what's good, right? You've got Flip Sky, you've got this one. It's forward, stop, forward, stop. Even Evolve, I'm not a big fan of with the two different switches. But if you're an avid Evolve rider, then you're used to it. That's what you do, right? But for Dot, it's this weird. If you've seen it, it's this weird remote where you squeeze. It's like a rubber thing here. You squeeze up the top to go, and you got to squeeze down the bottom to stop. It's like you're squeezing a rubber glove. I'm just not a fan at all, unfortunately. Again, I can see what they're trying to do, and I think if they can get the price down and probably put a better remote or ESC in there, then I think they would have much more success in sales. Dot way overpriced, yeah, 100%. Mike, with the improvements to the linear that borrowed so much from Hoang, has the gap been narrowed? The gap is narrowing, but it is narrowing slowly. So I recently did the Land Snail e-skate, worst name in the world. I asked them, what are they trying to achieve with that name, with Land Snail? For me, it makes very little sense. Apparently, Land Snail never gives up, which is weird. And so that's got a Lingy-esque. It's a Lingy 6.0. And that thing goes really, really nicely. It's super smooth. The smoothest, and I said over and over again in my review, this can't be a Lingy ESC, and it is. But it's slightly customized. I have made some changes to it. But still, there's still a gap. If you've got 2 boards, if there's 2 boards on the shelf, the same board, and one's offering Lingy, one's offering Hobbywing every day of the week. And if there's a third one offering Vesk every day of the week. This thing is nuts. This is just, a few of the guys came on. I was going to say before, Short Circuit, who was on the chat before, he was on the night ride the other night. He tried this, and if he's still here, I'll get him to comment. This thing is just, this is the Transite, the big, I don't know where to put it now. It's so big, I've lost it. Oh, it's over there. The Cross Country. This thing is just a pleasure to ride now. Pleasure, absolute pleasure to ride. KJ, I'll tell you the link right now. It's just NobleMan Tech. So NOBLE Tech, NobleMan. So NobleMan Tech. Have a look and you'll find it. It's pretty easy to find. Could you revoke JK? Mate, Sam, I've tried to reach out to JK. I've had no response. So they've seen my messages. I've said to them, listen, I'd love to review it or have a look at it or give some feedback, but haven't anything back yet. So yeah. The dial works mint. Yep. So I'm just looking at comments really quickly. Do you have a preferred board type? Longboard, shortboard? Yeah. So if I had to pick only one, if I had to pick only one board ever to ride, it would be longboard all terrain. Just because it just does everything. You can go around the city, you can go over cracks, you can go get the groceries, that sort of thing. So if I had to choose only one board for the rest of my life, it would be a longboard all terrain with 6-inch wheels. So Short Circuit's just commented in there. Love it. It's a whole new ride, I think I saw. Sorry, the comments are flying by so quickly. It's a whole new ride. Yeah, there you go. Right, any other questions, guys? What else do you want to know? Anything else, or should we end the video there? Guys, if you've liked this, please like and subscribe. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Always feel free to reach out to me. Yes, I have fiddled. I saw the word fiddled. I got worried. Have you fiddled with the EXWAY app? Any recommendation settings that are a must for the new skaters? Anthony, see you, mate. Thank you. App, if you're a new skater, just leave it standard. Just completely standard out of the box. It comes beautifully set for a brand new skater. Low mode and medium mode is so slow with no pickup that you almost can't hurt yourself. It's I think if you watch my flex first ride, I get 7 kilometers per hour. But as soon as you've got some confidence, just chuck that thing up into race mode. That's where the action happens. GTR Chapter 2 is coming. So GTR is now 1 year old. I keep running out of time. This channel's sort of exploded and much bigger than I ever thought it would, to the point where boards are just arriving now, it's amazing. But I also still need to do a full-time job and be a husband and a father. So if I have a board arrive, unfortunately, I always like to do right by the vendor and review that board as soon as possible. And if you get weather delays, and then I've had this wave has taken up my sort of 4 weeks of my life. As soon as the Ecmobile ET is done, so I want to do a couple of videos on that. Then TRX will get the first ride on that done and the range test. In between, if we can find some time, we'll definitely do it, because I want to do the GTR, and I want to do a almost like a doctor check-in. So it's 12 months old now. We've done nothing to that board. We're still on the same bearings, same belts, nothing. We've done nothing to it, and it's still going beautifully. So what I want to do is we want to get that board, maybe even give it a service, chuck some new belts on it, replace the bearings, or just give them a clean with some speed cream. And then we'll go and do like a 12-month on and see exactly how it goes. I need to tell you a really funny story about the GTR really quickly. So that GTR video, if any of you have seen it, chuck a comment if you've watched my GTR video. We managed to get, when I say we, it's actually my friend's board. He managed to get that. It was the first one in Sydney. I don't know how he fluked it, and when I filmed that review video, we didn't realize that the GTR actually had a speed limiter on it. And so we did the whole review with the board limited to, I think it was 23 kilometers per hour. And it got there fast, and it was beautifully smooth and it carved. But once we finished filming, I was like, man, this is a bit shit. You know, my Vestar V1 kills it. And he was really worried, and we actually had to call up the shop, and because I hadn't evolved before, but the GTRs were the first one to come out with actually a pre-installed speed limiter set to a low speed. So that was actually really funny. So we filmed the whole thing, and I should have, this is a year ago, I should have probably gone back and refilmed it. But at that stage there was the whole thing where I was like, well, I'll just redo it. You know, I'll redo it in a few months' time. And then things just sort of took off, and we ran out of time. So GTR is definitely coming. Andre, my XY firmware won't update. Okay, there's actually really important instructions. Andre Fortune, is it? Really important with the EXWAY app upgrade. You actually need to delete the EXWAY app and then reinstall it. And there's a whole lot of instructions you need to follow. So if you go to the EXWAY owners group, you'll see a whole lot of, if you go to the EXWAY owners group, there's some instructions you need to follow. So you need to delete the EXWAY app, reinstall it. You need to make sure the board is fully charged, and there's a list of instructions you need to follow. There's about 5 steps you need to follow. But the biggest one is you need to delete your current app and reinstall it from the App Store. Hopefully that'll solve it. It's actually amazing the difference. So I'm just reading a comment from Short Circuit. He's just saying it's actually amazing the difference with VESC. The consistent power delivery is like going from a skateboard to a hoverboard. Yeah, 100%. 100% correct. Awesome, sounds good. When's the next video or any teasers of the brand? So DTINA 2019. Yes, the next video is going to be the Lycon TRX. This beautiful thing here. Look at that, the blue light on it. So we'll do we're actually going to do 3 or 4 videos on this one, because we're going to do the different wheels. So we'll do the 120s and we'll do the 105s, and we'll compare to see how the range goes. And then at the same time, we'll also be doing the Ecmobile ET, which is an incredible looking board. I'm late. Okay, you better go. Good job, sir. Thank you very much. I'm sure I think some board companies should be a couple of $100 cheaper from Travis. Yeah, I think you're right. There are a lot of companies out there, and their prices seem a little steep. And I think now that I do what I do, and I generally speak to the owners. I don't like to go through marketing managers or their handlers. And I talk to them about a lot of their costs. The board is one thing. The shipping is another thing. And most of them, except for like one wheel and the really high end ones like Lycon and Tramper, they also cover all the importing duties and costs. So like if you look at this is $9.99 delivered to most places, I think on sale. I think it's on sale at the moment. Check the website. So that's $1,000 delivered, but that's for the board. That's also for the shipping. So really the board's probably $700, and then shipping globally on top of that, all the customs, all the duties on top of that. So just take into account when you look at the price that generally it covers everything. But I agree, there are some companies out there which are too expensive. Excuse me. Can you show how to change wheel settings in the Hobbywing remote? Darian, yeah, it's actually really easy. I don't have a Hobbywing remote here. Do I have a Hobbywing remote? I had one. So it's really easy. I don't have one, but all you need to do is you just need to repair the remote control. So you get your board and you turn it off. You turn the remote off. You turn your board on and you don't let go. You hold your finger on the button for about 6 seconds, and then you turn the remote on, and the same thing. You hold the power button on, and then it goes into repairing mode, and that's when you can choose miles per hour, wheel size, and gearing ratio. So it's just basically repairing the remote to the board, and that lets you then go through and change all your wheels and so on. Hope that helps. Tell me if it doesn't. Mine came with no instructions. Which board have you got again, Darian? I forget. Let's have a look. Still got 77 people watching, which is amazing. For foot numbness, I put a layer of neoprene on the middle of the deck and put grip tape over it with concave. Yeah. DTI NA 2019, 100%. So when you on the stiffer the board, especially the shape and depending on the concave and how it's done, foot fatigue is a real issue sometimes, especially if you're doing big rides. I have just tested, and I mentioned at the beginning, I've just had a bit of a play, like not long, 5 minutes, on this new dope grip by these guys, and I'm buying it. It's so nice. Like this. Oh, where are you? Let me zoom in a little bit. So this grip tape here is, this was I think these guys were the first to do it. I could be wrong, but this is the first time I personally had ever seen padded grip tape, and this makes such a difference. The dope grip is a little bit thicker, but it's even stiffer and even grippier. So it's if you are getting foot fatigue, obviously look at your shoes. Like I always wear skate shoes. I only wear the Nike SBs, which have the inner sole included, which is just the bee's knees. But also look at your grip tape. Chuck some dope grip on there. It's really nice. Let me have a quick look at what we're talking about here. I lost the giveaway. Sorry, Douglas, you did, mate. We drew your name first. You weren't here, unfortunately. So sorry, mate. We had to redraw it. No, I'm only joking. You didn't. Your name didn't come up. Do you think all the boards should come with stock lights? I like the new trend, and controlling it with the remote is awesome. I think it's good to have an option for lights. You're looking at the Ecmobile ET. Those lights are spot on. I'll tell you right now, I don't like that there's only 2 options, but it's something we can change. I can speak to them and we can see. Because Ian, who's he's the guy who does it. I don't know if he's not the GM or the owner, but he's my contact. He takes on feedback really nicely. I think boards should have lights, but it all depends on the battery. Like if you're looking at a let's say only one board with a 4 amp hour battery, I think lights is almost a bit silly because it's just going to draw power and you're going to lose even more range. But if you're looking at like the ET or the TRX with these huge, 500-600 plus watt hour batteries, yeah, there should be a way. We should be putting lights on there. The EXWAY Wave with that brake light. I haven't got the remote. The fact that this has a brake light on it just blows my mind. It's so cool and so pretty. You jump on, you don't have to charge, you don't have to grab anything, you just go. It's so handy. I love it. Best skate shoes. Yeah, so Benny, I know he loves the Supras. He found some really cool reflective ones in there. I thought I missed your live again. No, you just made it. We're about to wrap up though. Oh, you got the Vireal RS, Darian. Awesome. Fantastic board. That thing was the surprise of the year for me. How good those trucks were. How nice. Like I got the smallest battery. It's only a 10 amp hour and I still got 30 kilometers range. Such good cells. Just really nice. Thanks for the intel, Scott. Dope grip tape. Yeah, look at dope grip. Raphael, what do you think of the cloud wheels on the Wave? It's really cool. what it does is it takes it, same as the Stoke, it takes it from where you're riding the road, you're like, oh, watch out for these cracks, you know, and you're jumping around, just straight over. It's really nice. But it does play on your mind about wheel bite because, where is it? Let me just change boards out really quickly. Zoom you out a little bit so you can see this. So you can see here, you know, if I've stiffened these right up, but if I really tried, I would get wheel bite. I would. But again, as long as you're aware of it, it's not a big issue. And the payoff of having that smoothness and those bigger wheels, like, yeah, this one is perfect for the 105s. This one won't take 120s, definitely not. Still got the stock motor guards on and everything. It's like millimeter perfect. It's just on there. So yeah, 100%. I really like them. But I think the Wave, personally, with the slightly smaller motors, it suits the smaller wheels just for zippiness. Let's have a look really quickly. Just reading your questions. Sorry to ask again, but any news about the Backfire app? Okay, the Backfire app is coming. It's coming with something else, and I can't say anything else, but there's something else coming at the same time as the app. I can't say what it is because I'll get in trouble and I might not get it. But just to hold on, it's going to be worth it. And what you find out is really, really cool. That's all I can say. Okay, vans. Yeah, vans are awesome. Is it worth using dope grip if you're using bindings? Yeah, 100%, because it's still going to help with that foot fatigue. So the bindings are going to hold you down, but the dope grip is going to take a lot of that vibration out, and it's also going to give you that couple of mil of play, which is going to sort of allow your feet to flex more and really help out with the curve. So I would definitely say give it a try. Okay, next giveaway will be the cloud wheels. We're going to see how we go. We'll get some boards pumping. I haven't done a good sort of first ride review first. So I want to get the TRX and the ET done over the next 7 days. So watch out for that. Nathan, I live in a hilly area. Do you feel like the cloud wheels take too much torque away from the hill climbing? The 105s, no. The 120s, if you don't gear it correctly, yes. So this is why in my cloud wheel video, and every time I ride it, and every time I film it, I say the 105s. And anytime someone asks me which wheels do I prefer, I always say the 105s. Excuse me. I'm dying for a sip of coffee. It's going cold. Espresso. 105s work beautifully with this. They work beautifully on the RS. So I've put these on the RS. I haven't put it on the Blackhawk. Obviously the Wave, I've put it on. On the Wave, you need to chuck it into race mode. Otherwise, it's a little bit underwhelming. But yeah, 100% the 105s are the way to go. My personal favorites. Right, where are we? Let's have a look. Hey, we've got someone here from Hong Kong. Awesome. Nice to see you, John. Okay, Travis, how about a review of the courier bags or backpacks you might choose to wear whilst riding every day? Travis, I would love to review them. I have reached out to, I think there's two major companies that are out there, and neither of them have replied. So this channel is obviously too small. Yeah, you need to have quite a few subscribers to get stuff like that. I think it's funny, I can get boards to review, but I can't get a backpack. But hey, I might even splash out and buy one. I might use some of my massive YouTube money and buy one just to show you guys, because I think it is important, and it's a big aspect of skating, 100%. Who saw well, I've got you. We've got 67 people watching. Who saw Daniel Kwan's video just went live talking about how much money he makes on YouTube? Just want to see who saw that. Let's have a comment. Let's see how long the lag is. Really quickly. Nespresso sponsor. I work for Nespresso. I did, yeah. So really interesting. He makes pretty good money. I mean, it's not lots. I mean, he obviously has a job like I do. To give you an idea of how I go, because we might as well share, everything's transparent, right? So you know, I don't take money from board companies. So anytime if I am an ambassador, so I am an official ambassador now, so official for Shred Lights. So that means I'll be on their page soon. I'll have some stuff to give away, which is awesome. I've got their sticker on my helmet, so I'm an official ambassador for them. But also, I'm also an ambassador for NobleMan. but I don't take money for any of the stuff, which is really interesting. I also don't see anytime you buy a board, if I give you a discount code, it's just a discount code. Again, I don't get kickback, but the reason I take a discount code is so they can track if my video is actually successful, because then when they bring another board out, they can say, hey, wow, Scott managed to promote our board well, and we got 17 sales, let's send them the new one. But I don't get money. I like to make that really clear. But from YouTube, so I am monetized now, which is really nice. And I don't make a lot of money, but it all goes into my YouTube account. And just for an example, guys, what you're seeing here, this is my first ever live stream. I've never done one of these before. I did one at Andrew Penman's house because I wanted to have a second person there because I didn't really know how to do it. But this is what the YouTube money pays for. So, you know, I've got an LED bulb here just because I thought the blue would be pretty. I had to buy a cam card to go onto the laptop to connect my camera. Yeah, that's 39 bucks. So it's all really interesting how it works. But to give you an example of YouTube money, so when I had last month, I think it was over 40,000 views for the EXWAY stuff, and it was really good quality views. So people watched about 80% of that, and I made 129 bucks. So we're not making millions, we're not making thousands. So it's really interesting. It was really interesting to see Daniel Kwan's, who is a couple of levels up from me. You know, he's got 20,000 subscribers. I've got 3,600. But really interesting to see his numbers are also sort of quite relevant, I think, to his subscriber level. So if you're watching this, anytime you watch my videos, watch as much as you can, because it always gives me a little more money in my pocket. All right, so look, what should the torque feel like on the EXWAY X1 Pro? On mine, it feels more sluggish than a boosted, which doesn't seem right. I also get the 24 mile top speed. Okay, X1 Pro, don't take this for gospel. But check your, I know there's been some issues recently with upgrades. So just check in with EXWAY first, but make sure your firmware is completely upgraded. And also check your app. So go to your settings and make sure, just choose sometimes people play around with the acceleration curves and so on. Just go in and just change it just to race, because then you know everything's set beautifully, and then try it. My X1 Pro was beautiful. Like again, I think a boosted stealth would probably beat it for the first 5 meters, but the X1 Pro would definitely catch up. So my recommendation would be go to the app, reset all the settings, put in race mode, and try it again. Killed it. Thank you. Short circuit. Yes, doing great with the live stream. Thank you. Yeah, as I said, my first ever one. I had to convince my wife to let me set all this up, and if you could see the house behind the camera, it's not good. I had 3 done. Yes, I did. I got 3 donations, which is incredible. Thank you to the 3 people who did it. It's been a good stream. Great job, Scott. I'm out. Have a good one. Thanks, Benny. Thank you so much, mate. It's 2 a.m. Wow. What's your favorite wheel? My favorite wheel. Wow. My favorite skateboard. I think it's about to change, but my favorite. So I don't have an all-time favorite. My favorite nighttime. My favorite group ride board is the Vestar Blackhawk. Again, I've done nothing to that. It just goes. Same belts, battery enclosures, no problems, no issues with ESCs. I know a few people had a few issues, unfortunately, but I ride that just all the time. I think the Transite is about to become my new favorite now that it's got the VESC. Oh, wow. Thank you. Someone just then. Thank you, Raphael. Really appreciate that, mate. Thank you so much. The new Cross Country from Transite. I've been riding that on group rides. It's not my board. It's just on loan from Transite. Now that it's got that VESC, my God, it is just, yeah, it's incredible. It is too heavy for daily riding. Like I wouldn't ride it to the supermarket shop, so I'd have to chain it up outside like a push bike. But the performance that thing gives now, if you know Sydney at all, I'll show you the best thing about the Wave, and you guys already know this. Oh, the live stream has stopped apparently. Are you guys still there? My clock is still ticking. I've just got a message saying that the live stream has stopped. Am I still live? Can you just give me a thumbs up or say yes? Can you both still hear me and see me? Still going. Okay, we are now. Did it stop? If it did, sorry. So this is why I love the Wave. and can only hear you. Yes, it hung up for a bit. Okay. All right, well, we're back on, hopefully. This is why I love the Wave, and this is why my wife loves the Wave. That. So this stays in the car. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much for confirming. I'm sorry. I have terrible internet here. As I said at the beginning, I knew something was going to go wrong. I thought it'll either be the internet or someone was going to buzz the door. This is why I love the Wave. Honestly, when it comes down to it, you know, you've got the awesome motors, the beautiful deck, the tail, everything, the lights, whatever. This is what makes this board, for me and my wife, amazing, because it's one less board I have to leave in the house. So this stays in the car. I bring this inside and just charge it up on the bench. And this takes like, I think about an hour 10 to charge. It's only 222 watt hours, but that's what makes this board so successful. It's awesome. All right, Joel Baker is in the house. Sorry, Joel, you didn't win. Okay, any other questions, guys? We've been going for over an hour, which is incredible, which is absolutely amazing. We've still got 52 people watching. So what else do I want to talk about? I've got nothing else new to show you, I don't think. We've talked about the Transite. We've talked about the Ecmobile. Is there anything else you want to see before we end, guys? I'm here for you. Dan, mate, you just read my mind. So the Revel kit. The Revel kit is a really, really interesting piece of machinery. So I've got one and I absolutely love it. And I'm about to get a second one. And I actually thought it was going to arrive today. I expected someone to buzz whilst we were live. I was really hoping because I thought it would make really good TV. So I've got the second Revel kit arriving today, which will make it into a four-wheel drive, which we'll do a full review on, which is awesome. D Driver, the next giveaway will be probably in about 4 weeks' time. It's going to be the Cloud Wheels. So we're going to get the four-wheel drive Revel kit, and we're going to chuck on the Cloud Wheels, and we're going to put it through its full paces and see exactly how it goes. I'm expecting to see some amazing hill climbing and some pretty good range. John, the recap on the giveaway. So it was a gentleman from California, and his name was, let me just bring it up really quickly, Aaron Amaral. I can't pronounce it very well, from California. Let that go. So he won it through Wheel of Names. So yeah, so the four-wheel drive is going to be really nice with those 105 Cloud Wheels. I'm actually going to do a post, and I'm going to let you guys decide. So as subscribers, which I still just blows my mind, I've got subscribers. I just love the fact that you guys watch this content. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a post very soon on my channel with a poll or with and I'm going to let you guys decide what deck I go and buy. So, because I want to make sure we're testing this really nicely for the Revel kit. I don't actually have a decent longboard just deck by itself. So watch out in the community tab. I'm going to do a post. I'm going to ask like which one should I buy, and then I'm going to pick the top 3, and then I'm going to do a poll and let you guys decide. Then I'm going to go out and buy it. So whichever one gets the most votes, I'll go out and buy that deck and put the kit on that and see exactly how it runs. So that's going to be really, really interesting. So watch out for that, okay? A 6 foot, yeah. Hey, I actually, all jokes aside, I wanted to get one of those surfboards, those ones you see then, you know, the chicks in California doing it with the, looks like a paddle, and they just cruise and carve. I wanted to go and get like a really cool 6 foot one and put both kits on it. I thought that'd be pretty cool to cruise along the beach. Let me look at the comments really quickly. Yeah, don't answer now because I'm not going to read these. I'll do a post, but I think Loaded will probably win, to be completely honest. The Onsra Black Carb, I'm supposedly going to look at it. Direct drive versus belt, like direct drive in a way is the future. You've got hubs, right? Then you've got direct drive and you've got belt, and then I think above belt you've probably got, you know, the planetary gearing and the gear drives and all that sort of fancy stuff up there. The high end stuff. Direct drive is good if it's built, if it's paired correctly. So again, I'll speak about Transite really quickly. So Transite have got a direct drive with a hobby wing, but he's also going to be offering it with the Vesk 4.2 Plus, I think. It might not be the 4.2 Plus, but it'll be a Vesk Flip Sky. And that thing has beautiful power, and you can customize that to have really amazing torque to get up the hills. where the belts just come into their own. Let me just do this. Sorry. Where the belts really come to their own, and you guys know this, is just that raw torque. There's no pissing around. It's just boom, go. If you've got good motors, the right size wheels, if you've geared it correctly, you know, because you can stuff up the gears and it'll be rubbish. But yeah, I still prefer belts because I love that noise. That's personally me. Belts or the planetary gearing. I like that sound. I like that mechanical feeling. Hubs are great to cruise around on. You go to the shops, they're nice and quiet and so on. After saying that though, the Transite is hub, but that's four-wheel drive, and that's a whole different. That's up there. That's the $3,500 beast, which will just blow most things out of the water. Mate, support from Philippines. I always appreciate the support. Was it shipping? What's the question from DTINA? At one's New Zealand euros, was it shipping? I don't know what that means. Sorry. MaxFind, I remember you saying something about them. I'm curious if they have something decent, not too many US companies. So MaxFind, I've got a MaxFind board in there. And as I mentioned, I test everything on the day it arrives. And unfortunately, it arrived with a QC fault. So there was a quality control fault there. And I always go back to the company and basically say, this doesn't look right. And they said, oh my God, you did right. Sorry. And they asked me out a part for me to fix that. MaxFind I'm assuming they're not watching. MaxFind used to be crap. Let's be completely honest. Even up to like 12 months ago, just off the shelf motors, crappy ESCs, poor thin wiring, poor wood. There's just MaxFind was something you'd go and buy for your 12-year-old if you didn't like them because it would break. Their new stuff is looking really nice. So they're using Hobbywing motors, like really nice Hobbywing thick motors. So it almost looks thicker than the Backfire G3 urethane. Really nice customized Hobbywing-esque. Says the name when you turn the remote on. The deck is a little bit stiff. So it's convex, but when you stand on it, it doesn't flex too much, which I still need to try out. I haven't even ridden it yet because it hasn't. I'm still waiting for that part to arrive. But what they're doing, they're going in the right direction, which is really nice to see. Because there's so many of them out there that they just stick with what they're doing. They go, well, we can't improve on this. We've done what we can. It is what it is. These guys are trying to do better. The new FF series looks really interesting. We'll hopefully get one of those in a couple of months to try. But the Pro 4 is the one we've got under the bed. We're just waiting for that part to arrive, and then we'll definitely go for it. Let me look really quickly. Humbled to have my burning question answered. Did I answer it? Okay, that's good. Dream feature on any e-skate. Dream feature on any e-skate. Jeez. I mean, if you take away the necessities like awesome power, good remote, like a sensible remote, go, stop. If you assume your lights and that are going to become standard, I mean, I don't know, dream feature on any e-skate. It would be really cool to, I guess it would be nice to have like maybe a little horn feature, you know, because we go on group rides all the time. It'd be nice to be able to just have a little side button for like, it's not a dream feature, but it's just something I haven't seen before. I definitely don't want a flashlight on the remote. I don't want that. We saw Meepo do that with that big, massive black thing. I won't say what it looked like, and it just drains the battery. It's just silly. I don't really know about dream features. It's hard because the beer dispenser, yes, short circuit, beer dispenser, 100%. There we go. We've got it. 100% waterproof. Yep, another great one. God, you guys are smart. I didn't even think of that. Maybe we take off the wheel and we let it hover. How does that go? Now, sort of question here. I need to answer it because he's asked it twice. Where do I store all my skateboards? I'm imagining your house as an e-skate warehouse. Yeah, I actually have a pretty big walk-in wardrobe, so they all sort of stick under my suits. So they're all stacked up in there. And then the ones that I sort of loan out and don't ride that often, or the ones that are sort of a year old, they go on my cage down on my car shed. So I've got a big rack and I sort of rotate. I have a calendar, so I keep rotating them and charging the batteries and taking them for rides. When will you make the review on bio boards? When I can afford to buy one. Did you try the Riptide bushings? No, I never change a board from standard unless it's unless something breaks. So I want to always be able to go. So if someone comes to me, like I had a question the other day about the Vestar V1, and they said, is it still going well? And I can say, yes, it is still going well. Its technology is outdated now, but it's still going well. Now, the reason I don't, and I would love to go and put Riptide bushings in all my boards and Chuck Zealous bearings in all my boards, the reason I keep them standard is so that when you guys ask questions and it's 6 months later, I can still give you an honest answer without going, oh, it's good, but I've changed this. So Riptide are very, very nice though. Did you try the Riptide bushings? Oof, yeah, sorry to hear that. We can find a great e-skate board. Yeah, cool, thanks. For surfers and new to e-skate, would you recommend the Wave or the Stoke? For surfers, this is a really interesting one. Let me read that again. For surfers and new to e-skate. So as I said this at the very beginning, Simon, if you're new, if you're prepared, if you're new, I would say this over the Stoke. I would say this because it's not double kingpin. You won't have to tighten them up, and you'll have a lot more fun. It's got the stiffer rear tail, so it's not going to flex. And this goes further. So when you're new to e-skate, you tend to stop, start, and you burn through the range. So having the bigger battery, yeah, 100%. Now, once you get proficient and you're more comfortable, you can loosen those trucks up and you get a really nice carve. Not the same carve you get on the Stoke, but still pretty good. Beer dispenser, classy. Do you have any boards for sale? No. I love all my boards are my children. Don't tell my daughter that. There's been an update on the Viral RS order on Reddit called Viral board owners page, but yeah, it seems like every manufacturer's behind. Yeah, there was a massive issue with Hobbywing's gone through a massive issue where they had a really bad batch of ESCs, and they are also about to release a brand new ESC called the Smart ESC, which is really interesting. I can't say too much, but it's coming. But Hobbywing basically had to remake all these orders for all these companies, which has caused massive issues. It's caused massive backlogs. And unfortunately, some companies haven't handled it as well as they should have, or been as transparent as they should have been. Basically, I think if you're gonna stuff up and so on, just yes, I haven't announced the winner yet. I have announced the winner. If you're gonna stuff up and if something's out of your control and you're gonna be late, just tell everyone. Put a post on your website. I'm constantly sending emails and WhatsApp, WeChat messages to certain companies saying, update your website. Just say it's out of stock until, or say you're waiting on ESC. Just be transparent, because it pisses me off, because then I get you guys coming to me going, why I haven't got my board, And I know you're not angry at me, but then I get angry at them going, guys, I recommended you. You know, I said to them, this took 2 weeks. Pull your finger out and just be honest, be transparent. You know, there's companies like Ecmobile. I've never seen a more responsive company online as far as being honest. They had an issue where there was a staff member who stuffed up when they were putting the wheels together, and there was 3 or 4 boards max that they missed the circlip inside the wheel, which is pretty important. And they posted about it straight away. Like, I think it was within like 12 hours saying, hey, this has happened. We've tracked down how it happened. That guy's been fired, but we want you to check your boards. We're pretty sure it's only 5 boards have been affected. Here's how to check it. And they were so open, honest, and they did a whole breakdown. They even showed communications about it. They showed the person who had the first fault. That's what I love. If you're going to be an e-skate company, don't hide. Don't pretend that nothing's wrong. If something goes wrong, you need to be really open and honest straight away. That's 100% my biggest pet peeve. All right, guys. Listen, we've got 49 people watching, but we need to end. I think my family's about to walk in the door. I'll give you 2 more minutes. Any last minute questions you want to ask before we end? Any last questions? No more questions? No more questions? All right, guys. Mate, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Massively appreciated every single person watching. Awesome, guys. Guys, have a fantastic weekend. Skate safe. Enjoy your coffee. Enjoy your beer. Enjoy your sleep. Massive congratulations to the winner. He'll get an email very soon. Mate, thank you, everyone in the comments. This has been an incredible stream. If you like this, if you want to see more of these live streams, maybe a monthly thing, let me know. It's my first one I've ever done. It's been quite enjoyable. It's quite nice to be able to talk to you guys live and answer these things. If you'd like me to get some guests on, I'm sure we can make it even fancier. Maybe get some software where we can dial people in. There's a guy by the name of Aaron from California, lad. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let's end right there. Have a great day. I am going to end the stream now. And yeah, skate safe.